Hi guys, Rick Shaw here on the last day of April 2022. It's a beautiful day. I had a live going on this morning and it was pretty good. I'm glad a lot of you guys stopped in. It was pretty slick. Talks about a bunch of different stuff. One of the things I had talked to my one buddy. We know some people coming here, they're putting them under quarantine, but one fellow we know, he came here, and then of course he had a connecting flight to the island where they live, and he's told me on a text here just not too long ago that no, he's not under the quarantine. Nothing. He just came and went about his business. Now, it may be because he was going to a different island. I don't know. It could be, local government unit causing it. Could be just here up on Luzon. I'm not sure. Anybody else has any information on that, let us know. But I'm sweating this thing coming. I got a funny feeling they're gonna do another quarantine. They're gonna do another bunch of stuff, and it to me, more the same stuff. All the stuff that didn't work, they're doing again. I think I believe that's what's going to happen here. I'm not looking forward to it. They're starting to put stuff on the news now. They're saying some little kid, some foreigner came in northern Luzon, and now this kid's got it. And you know what I wonder? How come places aren't? There's a fella here that put a thing out for $1 million to show an isolation of this thing. And there's also people winning court cases because the what do you call it? Okay, easy with the kiddies, bub, because they can't. Up in Canada, they're winning cases on it. So I'm not understanding how all of a sudden they just know this. How did they find out? Did they isolate it? How comes that isn't front page news, guys? I'm not getting it. I'm definitely not getting it. I'm sweating this trip that's coming up. Probably won't be able to do it after the election, depending on who's in. Don't know. But going there now could get stuck. And I mean stuck in two ways. You get stuck down there, so we can't come back, or to come back, you'd have to get stuck. I'm not liking that at all. I'm not liking the idea of that at all. It's such a shame that we're not free here. Anybody, and in a lot of places in the world, just not free anymore, because they got these rules and regulations there. Constantly, and like I said, I look at these tabulations of the amount of folks who die per year, and the last 7 years that I've looked at, it isn't any higher. It isn't any higher than normal. And even this year is moving right along at the same pace. So, it just seems to me that we're getting the wool pulled over our eyes. And the sad thing is, there's so many countries around here that they're open. You don't got to have any of this baloney. You just go and do your thing. Not here. They just don't seem to want to do that here. If they put this in, I think it's just going to smash the tourism industry. I know a lot of folks from the States that want to come here. A lot of my buddies I go back and forth with, and guess what? They're like, nope, that's over. They'll go somewhere else. And this is what they're doing here. How come these other countries in the East here, they're going to go do their thing. People can go there. They don't got to have all this stuff. And then they throw you a little bone and say, oh, now we've got these 3 countries, Namibia or some of these other ones. Oh, you're allowed to come if you got this stuff. And it's a coercion. It's a coercion to get this thing in you. And then I'm starting to see now this Moderna mRNA. They're trying to push the FDA for this. And who the heck are they? It's not the Federal Food and Drug Administration. They try to say the reserve currency. What are they? Federal Reserve. It's a private bank, just like FDA. It's a private entity. It's a sales arm of their pharmaceutical companies. Look it up. So how can they have sway? Now they got this CDC. They're doing some kind of big vote with all these countries to take your sovereignty away, where they can dictate to you what you have to get in your body. I don't know, guys. What are they going to do? Legalize rape next? Because hey, maybe I want to put something in somebody else's body, you know. But they're going to say this is okay and this is what we're going to do, and there's nothing you can do about it. Guys, this is marching on. This thing is not stopped. I gave it a new name. I call it a steamroller, and this steamroller slows down, but it don't stop. It hasn't stopped yet. So, you know, and it's a shame what goes on here that we can't. You know, like I say, I'm sweating this trip. I want to do the trip bad. We haven't been back to see Faye's family down there since Maddie was a baby. He was only 3 months old when we went on the tricycle. We had a great trip, and I got to meet the family. I was pretty happy about it, and some of them came to visit us years later, but we haven't seen them for a long time, 5 years anyway, since we were in our first house. And now, instead of us just doing the happy thing because the kids are off of school and going down and taking a wonderful trip and not having a care in the world, now there's a care. Now they've put this on me, that making me sweat if this trip is wise, you know, because they could change, and it doesn't have to be the big national thing. It could be a local government unit. They could jump on this and say, nope, you're screwed, you know. And might have to run all the way to Port-au-Princess or something to try to get out and not be stuck away from home. You know, it's one big country, but you know, we're being stopped. Now it isn't them saying no, you can't go. It's they're putting this pressure on me to where I'm afraid to go. Whether anything happens or not, we don't know. That's the problem here. You just don't know what the heck they're going to do next. And like I said before, I'm telling you, this is not the destination it used to be. You know, it's just not. So, you know, I wish they would get their stuff together and you know, get some priorities right. And still, you go around here, you go to some of these things. We went out walking the other day, and you go, and they still got all these jab sites and all this, and you see little kids going in. I don't want that to happen to my children. There's no need for it. Their chances of getting this thing are slim, and their chances of it causing any major problems are even slimmer. You know, kids got a really good immune system. It's a God-given immune system, and you know, why can't they have a chance to let it work? You know, you look at the numbers that get this thing that go. It's just like I'm going to do it like this instead of coming right out saying it. It's the thing with the airbags, okay? National Transportation Safety Board said, okay, this is how many people are dying in car accidents. They put the airbags in, and when they first come out, some people still wouldn't wear the seatbelts. They figured the airbags, and all it did was kill short people by popping their necks. I mean, these things come out fast. So did the number change? No. From what I saw, no. It didn't really change that much. Not enough to make a big difference. And that's what's happening now with this stuff. And I think the numbers are going to go up. I keep looking at this stuff. I put it on Telegram about England. They're keeping really good data on this. And the huge percentage that are going in with being real sick are the people who had it already. And then they're also coming out and they're saying these people go get checked for the H and this letter and then this letter, you know, to check, because they think that's what's happening to them. So, you know, I was against this thing in the beginning because I don't like anyone telling me what I have to do. And now they're pushing this, they're coercing you, you lose your jobs, you do this and that, and all this stuff that people said I was a tinfoil wearing hat creep, and this is what happened. Now, I'm against it for the Star Trek Phaser's own data that's out on these MNRA. It's horrible. If you get into these pages, I put stuff on Telegram. It's tough to read through all of it, but I've got some, I read a lot of it, and then I also saw videos on certain pages of it that I went to look at, and it was like, wow, okay. So some of these doctors were helping explain things a little bit better, but a lot of it's clear as mud of what's happening. They knew what this thing was going to do, guys. They knew it. They knew it from day one what was going to happen, and they still pushed it. And now look what else they're doing here. They're going to be doing the Ministry of Information. You know, I got a little thing I'll put in the back. It's you know, didn't Hitler have that, and Stalin? They all had these ministries of misinformation or whatever they call it. You know, this is 1984, guys. We're here, and it doesn't seem like it's going to go away. It'd be nice if it did, but I'm not banking on that. I'm not banking on it, and I'm to the point. It's like, where are you going to go? It seems like the whole world over is doing it. And look at all the stuff in the States, how they're spraying them with all these chem things out of the planes and all that kind of stuff. They're working on what they say. These guys come right out and say they want to desodulate this place, so there's only going to be so many left. They come right out and specify it. They say it. They're not hiding it. And you got your Dr. Evils that are in there, like this Schwabi guy. I mean, look at how he dresses. You know, he even dresses in Dr. Evil clothes. You know, I mean, holy cow, who picks his clothes? It's got to be, you know, it's like a Hollywood set stuff. You know what they're doing. It's to me, it just makes me shake my head. But I'll keep you posted on what's going on. I'm still debating this trip, honestly. I don't want to get stuck there. You know, I just don't. So this is Brickshaw out.